Today we are in Sintra, Portugal. It is a fairy tale of a place. At least that's what we've heard, which is why we're here.
Sintra is the original center of European romantic architecture, a town full of castles and palaces. It's long been a royal sanctuary for Portugal's elite. Unfortunately, we only have 24 hours to explore this unique city, so let's get going.
Of the 5 most popular castles and palaces to tour in Sintra, we've each chosen one. My pick is up first, Pena Palace. I chose it because it looks like it's straight out of a fairy tale.
Have you ever been in a turret on a castle?
Have we?
I don't think like this.
No, not like this for sure.
You're a princess, honey.
Princess in the palace.
Am I a prince? Or am I the king?
I don't know, I think you need to be the king and then...
Then you'd be the queen then. Okay.
Well, once I marry you.
Okay.
Well, we are married, so I guess I am the queen.
Yeah, you're the queen. Well, there we go. Settled. Here's our castle.
In 1838, King Ferdinand II, the artist king, began turning the ruins of Our Lady of Pena Monastery into a romanticist castle. It was completed in 1854.
Pena Palace served as a part-time summer getaway for the royal family of Portugal up until 1889. It was then purchased by the Portuguese state and became a national monument in 1910. We could have easily spent all day here. Hey honey, could you live here?
I don't know, I haven't seen the inside yet. The exterior's nice.
The views would be killer.
Views, it's always a view. Is there a kitchen? I don't know, but there are views. That's all Chris needs to sustain himself.
Tacos and views, that's all we need.
The kitchen where tacos can be made.
Lots of tacos. That was a very interesting place to see. I loved all the artwork, all the collections, all the little ornate little sculptures and things all over the place. You could spend all day trying to find a new one. They're everywhere.
Well, I don't think you'd need to spend all day finding a new one. You could just look to the left or look to the right and bam! You can be surprised by all kinds of details.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. I was amazed. Do you think it's worth coming up to visit that?
Oh, Pena Palace? Absolutely.
Oh, it was way cool. One of the coolest palaces I've ever seen.
Total fairy tale time.
Oh, I'm going to pick one more.
It's the only palace I've ever been in.
We went to Churrascaria Somos Regalo for lunch, which seems to be popular with the locals and unknown by tourists. If you go, get the chicken.
Somos Regalo. We are a treat. The restaurant is fantastic.
Awesome chicken. Oh my gosh, it was so good.
We should have gotten some rice with it because I think that would have been even better, but it was fantastic.
If you're a dude, you might want to get a whole chicken for yourself because I could have kept eating. But Yes. It is a Wednesday in early January, and Sintra is super busy. Very difficult to drive, so if you can get a ride, do it.
We couldn't find a parking spot at Chris's pick, Quinta Da Regaleira. Lucky for us, the hotel we booked, Tivoli Palace, is within walking distance. We went in to make sure it was okay to park in their lot ahead of our check-in time. Not only did the reception team say yes, of course, they suggested we have a look around before continuing on with our adventure.
So we're off to see the next castle. It's really a quinta, which is a villa.
Quinta Da Regaleira.
Oh. That, you know what?
I might be close.
That really sounded good, though. It really did, because I wouldn't have been able to do it. No, it wouldn't have been good. I'm not even going to try.
I might not have done it.
Well, it sounded good, though. If I would have tried to say that, I would have sprained my tongue. I chose Quinta Da Regaleira because I'd read it was built by a wealthy Portuguese businessman, and I wanted to see what kind of a palace a wealthy Portuguese businessman would build. I've seen pictures of that well before, honey. I know I have. So what do you think? We have to walk all the way down to see it?
I'm not sure. I want to walk all the way down, though.
Them's the rules. Regaleita's inverted tower, or initiation well, was built in the Knights Templar tradition. It's believed that Templar masonry initiations took place here. A Templar masonry initiate would overcome spiritual or metaphorical darkness to reach the light by taking 9 flights of stairs down the 30 meters of the well, blindfolded and holding a sword close to their heart. Then they would find their way to the light by going through the symbolic and literal darkness of the tunnels at the bottom of the well.
Check out the tunnel we get to go through. I was expecting to walk down to close to the bottom of the well and then wind my way back up. I was not expecting a tunnel, were you?
No, and I just think it was a cave, right? That was already there. And they just said, well, let's make the well here. But that was one of the coolest things I think I've ever seen. Unexpected, too.
Oh, for sure. I did not know I was doing that today.
And then when we were walking down into the well, there would be these dark holes on the other side. I would feel this eerie feeling.
While the gardens have some flowers and the grounds have plenty of trees, the real attractions here are the Masonic structures, inspired by both Christian and pagan beliefs.
This is the land of 1,000 great views.
That it is. Quite spectacular.
There are paths everywhere. There's all kinds of places to go.
I'm feeling very Madonna. Vogue.
Strike a pose.
Our tuk-tuk guide told us that Madonna had a place in Lisbon, and then I looked it up, and she has a castle in Sintra.
Madonna, royals, artists, and wealthy businessmen have owned and built in Sintra. The man who built Quinta Da Regaleira, its gardens, and its initiation well, was known as Monteiro the Millionaire. He was a Brazilian-Portuguese businessman and Freemason. He hired an Italian architect, Luigi Manini, who spent around 3 decades living in Lisbon.
What do you think of this castle?
I'm glad I picked it. I think it was a blast. It's one of those situations where we could have spent way more time here. If you come to Sintra, you could make it to 2 in a day, but you'd want to take your time.
Right, I've heard of people attempting 5 and probably checking out 5, but I don't think you get to see much. And I feel like we've even shortchanged ourselves by the amount of time we've spent at each one. I think I could spend 7 days here.
This place, though, is definitely a thumb up or bump. It is so cool. The garden's really, I like it.
The gardens are awesome. Now it's time for us to get to our hotel in a palace.
It's never ending.
I am feeling super chic and cozy in this room. Can't wait to share it with you. Come on. It's a pleasure to welcome us, and it looks like we have a little port wine and a couple of beautiful treats. Oh, and look over here, we have some water, a coffee machine, and then beautiful bed, which is, I'm sure, quite comfortable. Let me check. Yeah, this will be nice. But check it out, we have chocolates.
Some kind of board game.
There's a charger. Look, you've got a charging station.
No way!
And then I wonder if that's a speaker for if you, maybe for music.
Probably. I do have to say, this is one little cozy bed.
We have a stationery, a pen. Look at this, it's so pretty. And it's like of the palace. I think I'm taking that. And then look at our view.
Look at, there's castles up there.
Oh yeah, there's Pena Palace and oh wow.
Yeah, that's nice.
Isn't this nice?
So we get to enjoy this place until about 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Then we have to be out of here.
So much to do, always and forever.
So there's a little box for our key. How cool is that?
It's a book. It's not a little box, it's a book.
Technically it's a box disguised as a book.
The 5 o'clock tea or afternoon tea tradition was started by Catherine de Braganza, a Portuguese princess. When she arrived in England to marry King Charles II, she brought along a casket of tea. While the British had tea before Catherine's arrival, they did not have this lovely ritual of eating sweets with it on fancy porcelain. She brought those. 5 o'clock tea is served every day at Tivoli Palace. We just arrived back in our room after an amazing tea time. And there's a turn-down bed service. Chris had had a chocolate earlier. They replaced it. I have a towel and slippers on my side of the bed, and I'm guessing you have some on your side of the bed too, hon.
You think so?
I think so.
Wow, let me check.
Tea time, review time.
Honey, I thought it was the nicest ambiance for tea time that I've ever experienced. The food was good quality, a lot of sweets that were enjoyable. Overall, it was a nice time. The tea was good as well.
Oh, that tea was fantastic. We had a red fruits tea, although it wasn't bright red like some. It was super delicious. I barely added any sugar to mine, just 1 cube. And I kept refilling my teacup and refilling my teacup. Or I didn't, they did.
Yeah.
They came by and refilled it. The service was outstanding. I loved that we got to try queijada. Am I saying that right, do you think? I think it's queijada. It's a sweet that is a specialty in Sintra. And then also another treat known to Sintra that translates to pillow. I can't remember the Portuguese word for it. And it was good. It was very light. Oh my God, the chocolate caramel brownie with walnuts thing that was in the shape of a flower. Oh, that was so good too. Thumb up a bump.
Thumb up a bumps.
Lots of them.
Oh, really? Well, see, I don't know if I'm gonna do a lot of thumb up a bumps at tea time. It's kind of, I feel like I'm kind of an old lady. I should be wearing a bonnet or something.
You look so cute.
Come on, Melissa, review tea time now.
It was so good. I'm so full. I don't think I can move.
You look like you're like a dude that's about ready to review like Happy Hour.
I've never seen a dude review Happy Hour. Have you?
If he was, that's what he'd be doing. Oh, yeah, that was good. That beer was cheap and the snacks were good.
Okay, but it was tea time. Give me a break. It's a little more sophisticated. It wasn't cheap. The tea was lovely. The champagne was fantastic. It was reasonably priced, though, especially considering all of those goodies that we got to have.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Good morning. We are about to leave Tivoli Palace, and we have to head out super early in the morning, so we weren't able to enjoy the breakfast that they offer. However, when we let them know that we would need to head off early in the morning, they asked if they could pack us breakfasts to bring with, and also gave us bottles of water. Oh, how sweet. We got a little apple, a little orange juice. We have a banana. Oh, this is nice. And then I think this is like maybe a little pound bread, another little bread, and a little sandwich.
Sandwich?
A little sandwich.
A sandwich? That's pretty awesome. I think that's a good way to start the day.
And a great way to end our time here in Sintra.
Sintra is a lot of fun. We could have seen more of it, and we probably should come back and see more of it.
I'd love to return for a full week. Because also with the way this hotel is set up, you could play some tennis, you could do a spa treatment, and I would start each morning with a trip to a castle and try to beat the rest of the tourists.
Ah, good tip. Thumb up a bump, Sintra. Way to go.
And Tivoli Palace.
Thanks for watching. Bye.